back. So today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for April. I have a stack of books over here that I'm going to be talking about that I'm hoping to read this month. I have some books that I currently have borrowed from my library as well, and I'm going to be picking my 3 books for the month from my little jar here. It is April and I have not actually read the books that I've been picking from this jar, so this isn't going very well, but I'm gonna keep doing it, see what happens. This month is a little different because I'm going to be traveling this month. My husband and I are traveling to Florida, to look into different areas and houses and things for moving to Florida, and then also to spend a few days in Disney World with some of our friends. So I'm really excited about that. The good thing is that we do have like a 5-hour flight, 5 hours total. We do have a layover, but about 5 hours total. So that's a good chunk of time that I'll be able to spend reading. So hopefully I will be able to get through a good amount of books this month. Also, my husband has some health stuff going on. I'll talk about, or I have talked about that in separate vlogs. So you can watch my weekly vlogs to hear about that. But we may be spending some time with my husband having like outpatient procedures and stuff done. So that may be times when I'm able to read and things as well. So let's get right into it and let's talk about my books for April. So the first book I have is The Paper Daughters of Chinatown. The original version of this was an adult version. It actually came out in 2020, and I really enjoyed it. I received an ARC of it from Shadow Mountain Publishing in 2020 when it came out. I read it. I loved it. It was actually one of my favorite books of 2020. And then this year they have actually put out a young readers version. I believe this is like middle grade. So it's the same story, just adapted for young readers. This is about back in the, I think it's like the 1850s, I believe, when women were like tricked into coming to the U.S. Women from China were tricked to come into the U.S. and were like basically human trafficking, like sold into, some of them were made like indentured servants, some of them were put into prostitution. The original book, the adult version, is very dark and it has a lot of dark themes, hard things to read about. It deals with obviously prostitution, human trafficking, like I said, a lot of drug use, violence, murder, so all those kinds of things. Like I said, I really enjoyed the first book. It's interesting. It was a time period I had never read about. And so now I'm interested to see how they have taken that story and adapted it into a middle grade version. So this is the first book I want to read. It's pretty short. It's only 200 something pages. So I should be able to get through it fairly quickly. And this comes out this month, I believe. Yeah, I think it's on the 23rd of this month. I will link it down below, so that if you want to check it out and purchase it, you can do it from the link down below. Then the next book I have is a book of the month. Actually, a few of these are book of the months, but this is actually this month's book of the month, or well, March's, I guess. Actually, now that we're in April, so it's March's. This is a book that I've seen a lot of people talking about. This is a book about a woman, an older woman, who has a daughter. She, in her younger years, was a pirate and has now been kind of forced to go back into that life in her older age, and about her adventures as a elderly pirate, basically. I know a lot of people are talking about this. Some people said that they loved it, some people said it was just okay. So I'm interested to see how I feel about it. I love any books having to do with the ocean, being out on the sea, pirates, ships, anything like nautical, I love. So I'm interested to read this one. This may be the one that I take with me on the trip. I'm not sure. I may end up taking this in my Kindle maybe. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one. Then we have another book of the month. This came out in October of 2022, but I just got it last month. This is As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. I'm not 100% sure what this is about, but Carrie Can Read, I'll link her down below. She read this and she said it was very hard-hitting, sad. She said I believe she said it made her cry. Those are all things that I love in books. I love books that are, I actually like when books make me sad. I like when books make me feel something. I like when books make me cry. So this is right up my alley, and I've heard that it's very beautifully written as well. So hopefully I will be able to get to this one sometime in April. And then this is one that I've been talking about since the beginning of the year. Ninth House. I'm trying to reread Ninth House so that I can then read Hellbent. Maybe I'll take this one on the trip with me actually, since I keep talking about it and I never get to it. I read Hellbent when it came out in 2019 and really liked it. And so I want to do a reread before I read Hellbent. Obviously, Hellbent came out in January, so it's been 4 months already. So I really need to get to this one. Then the books that I have from the library are going to be the next section of books I go through. I think I have 6 of them maybe. Okay, so the first book I have from the library is Sign Here by Claudia Lux, I believe. I actually started this today. I'm listening to the audiobook of it. These are all actually audiobooks. I am 3 parts in, and I believe there are 9 parts to the audiobook. I'm really liking it so far, actually. It's definitely different than anything I've read before. So this is 2 different like storylines. One is in the POV of a man, I guess, who is currently in hell, and he works in hell, and his job in hell is to get people to sign deals, basically, to sign deals with the devil, basically, you know, sign away their soul, whatever. So basically the demon, I guess, will offer you whatever it is that your heart desires, and in however many years they come back, and you have to hold up your end of the bargain and give up your soul for eternity, whatever the case is. So the whole thing is that when they have people agree to these deals, they haven't actually signed like a contract. So I'm assuming that's where the title Sign Here comes from. And then the other POV is from a family who lives in the normal like mortal world, and like just the progression of their lives. I'm assuming at some point the 2 stories are going to come together somehow. I have some suspicions about how it's going to end up coming together. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it. It's witty, it's funny. It's definitely, like I said, different than anything I've read before. So yeah, that is that one. Then I have The Dead Romantics. I'm not sure what this is about, actually. I want to say Books with Lala. I always forget if it's Books and Lala or Books with Lala. I always forget, but I'll tag it down below. I believe she recommended this, so I have that one. Then I have Slewfoot from Brahm. I'm not sure what this one is about either, but I think it's like witchy, dark. I'm not sure what else, but I've heard good things. A lot of people, it's been kind of all over the place on BookTube and Bookstagram lately, so that's that one. And then I have The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I started this one a while ago. This is the 3rd book in the Hawthorne, or the Inheritance Games series. This is the 3rd and final book. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is writing like companion books from the Hawthorne brothers' perspectives. But this is the final book in the actual series proper. I really love this series. It's funny. I love the like found family aspect. I love all of the puzzles and mysteries and clues and like that whole like aspect of it. I think I'm like 60% of the way through that, so hopefully I'll go ahead and finish that this month. Then I have If You Could See the Sun by Anne Liang. I think Liang. I don't know what it's about, but the cover is gorgeous. So if you watch my weekly vlogs this month, you'll I'm sure see me talk about that at some point. Then I have the last library book I have is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. This is like a contemporary romance. Everybody who's read it has really loved it. I have a few people I follow on BookTube who have loved it, so I'm excited to get to that one. And then you just need to pull the books from here and see what books we're going to be pulling from my shelves this month. If I can read all of these physical books, the 3 from here and the 3 that I showed you, the 3 Book of the Month books, and that arc, I'll have read like 7 books from my shelves, so that's awesome. Again, my goal for the year is to read some of these books from my shelves and get some of them off my shelves in preparation for our move and everything. So let's see what we get from here. Okay. So the first book we have, so I wrote the title wrong on there, but it's The Gilded Wolves. That's actually a reread. I've already read The Gilded Wolves, so I'm going to wait on that one. I don't want to do any rereads right now. I know I'm keeping that series. I love that series, so I'm going to hold on to that one for now, and I'm going to pick something different. Okay, so this is one I have not read. This is The Grace Year. This has been sitting on my shelves for quite a while. Not sure what it's about, but I think when it first came out, I heard a lot of good things. So we'll pull that one. Let's see. Right here. This one, it says it was the instant New York Times bestseller, a YA thriller in the vein of The Hunger Games and The Tower. So that sounds pretty interesting. So I love a good paperback, so let's see if I can get through this one. Then we have The Pillars of the Earth. This is a fantasy series, or the first book in a fantasy series, I think. My brother gave me this book for Christmas a couple of years ago. And it's up there somewhere, so I'll have to grab it after, but I will grab that one down and add that to the stack. And then the third book we have is okay, I think I pulled this one before and I didn't read it, but Where the World Ends. This, I think I came in an outcry box maybe a few years ago, so I'll pull that one as well. It's up top as well. I'll pull those. And yeah, so those are all the books that I'm going to be reading, or hopefully reading this month. That will be on my April TBR. I thought that I would include a quick little, like, aesthetic little journaling clip of me putting all these books into my reading planner and getting my reading planner set up for the month. So let's get into that, and I will see you guys in the next one.